Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for being here today in this video. I'm going to walk you through a full n8n automation step by step, and I'm keeping it beginner friendly. So if you're new to n8n, don't worry, I'll explain what each part does and why it's there. This tutorial is also for anyone who wants to combine investing workflows with AI. Whether you track market news, manage a portfolio in Google Sheets, or want automated chart analysis, I'll show you how to connect these pieces into one practical system. It's a 3-part automation that runs on a schedule and helps me stay on top of the market. Using free tools, I'll be using Telegram and Discord as the notification channels in this project. Part 1 pulls the latest financial headlines from investing.com using RSS and creates a short summa for each article. Part 2 reads my Wallet portfolio from Google Sheets and generates a quick situation report. Part 3 is the most advanced. It generates TradingView style charts via the Charting API, then sends each chart image to an AI model for technical analysis, and finally posts everything to Discord. Because of request limits in the free Charting plan, I added a 20-second delay between chart requests. This way, all 8 instruments in my portfolio are processed safely, one by one. If you've been with us from the start, let's keep going. If you're just joining now, no worries, everything is explained step by step. Now, let's get back to our working workflow. We start by copying our time-based trigger and adjusting it to a time that works best for us. In my case, I'm setting it to run at 11:10 a.m. Next, I'll use the Google Sheets file we created earlier with my financial instruments, and we'll generate charts for them. We then select the built-in Get Rows function from Google Sheets. Google Sheets credentials use auth for security reasons, and access tokens can expire over time. When that happens, we simply need to reconnect the account. If we can see our files in Google Drive, everything is connected correctly. After running the execution, we can see that the rows from our wallet table are being fetched properly. To generate the API keys needed for chart generation, we perform a simple operation by combining the values from the exchange and symbol columns. Of course, we could simply combine both values directly from Google Sheets, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I want to demonstrate a simple data processing operation instead. For this, we'll use the Edit Fields tool. In the Fields to Set section, we drag both variables in the correct order and place a colon between them. We now have all the components ready to build the REST API requests for generating the charts. Now we move to the ChartIMG platform. ChartIMG is a service that lets us generate financial charts through a simple REST API without building any charting logic ourselves. It supports different chart types, including candlestick charts, multiple time frames, and basic technical indicators. In the free version, we can generate up to 50 charts per day, with a rate limit of 1 request per second. That's more than enough for testing, learning, and small personal projects like this one. The charts are generated as images, which makes them easy to use in automations, notifications, or chat applications. In the free version, we get limited but sufficient access to the API, which is more than enough for testing, learning, and small personal projects like this one. After generating our API key, we move on to the documentation, where we can see the different options available for generating charts. For our use case, we choose the more advanced TradingView based chart version 2. This version allows us to display a candlestick chart along with volume and the MACD indicator, which gives us a much clearer market view. Under each chart example, we have a request example where we need to add our API key and specify the financial instrument we want to display. We copy it and then return to our n8n workflow. To execute the REST API call, we use the HTTP request node, which gives us the option to paste our request using the import curl feature. What's really nice here is that n8n automatically breaks the request down into a clean, user-friendly interface. Headers, parameters, and the request method are all extracted for us, making everything easy to read, adjust, and reuse. We paste in our API key and run the request to check whether the chart is generated correctly. From the sample request, we should get a generated chart from Microsoft Stock. Now I'll show you how to properly construct a request. We go back to the documentation, and for now, we'll focus on two key parameters. The first one is the chart time interval, which is set to 1 day by default, and the second one is the financial instrument symbol. We click on the symbol link, where we can see usage examples. The first part of the symbol defines the exchange, followed by the specific instrument symbol. To find the correct instrument symbol, we go to the TradingView website and search for it, just like I'm showing in the video. As an example, we use Intel listed on the Nasdaq exchange, and another example from the Polish market, CD Projekt. Now we go back to our workflow, where we'll modify the REST API request so the financial instrument is pulled directly from table, the one we fetched earlier and prepared specifically for TradingView requests. To avoid wasting tokens, we add a limit node so only a single request is sent. We then update our request so the symbol comes from the variable generated in the previous node. We drag it into the request field and place it in the correct position, replacing the default value. We run the request again to check that everything is working correctly. We can see that the chart has been generated for the first instrument from our table, so everything is working as expected. We add the storage endpoint because it saves the TradingView advanced chart image to public storage. This allows us to generate a chart that can be shared publicly with anyone. Instead of returning the image file itself, the API gives us a public link, which we can easily send to our large language model or post to Discord. Additionally, we change the response format from binary to JSON. We need this so we can extract the link to the generated chart and send it to Discord. Next, we duplicate the HTTP node, switch it to a GET request, and paste in the URL from the previous node. Finally, we can pass everything to the artificial intelligence model, just like before. We select the free model provided by Grok. We paste in the prompt we prepared earlier, which instructs the model to visually analyze the chart and deliver a professional technical analysis. The focus is on identifying the trend, key price levels, momentum, and market sentiment, all based solely on what's visible in the chart. The output is structured, concise, and analytical, without assumptions or financial advice. We create a separate Discord sending node, independent from the previous ones, because this message has a different structure. In this message, we first include the link to the generated chart, and then add the text analysis provided by the AI model. The message is also limited in length to make sure it fits within Discord's character limits. All that's left now is to test the automation and review the resulting message format. There's just one more thing left to do, introducing a loop. This loop will send each row of our portfolio at a defined interval and pass it to the chart generation API and the AI model. We set a delay of 20 seconds to make sure the previous step has enough time to finish and to stay within the request rate limits of the chart IMG free plan. Finally, we test the automation to make sure everything works as expected. Thanks for watching another episode. If you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for the next parts.